Let's do live. Let's do pop out. Bring it over here. And it switches back to top chat. I hate top chat. Ooh. Ouch. Something big got returned. Photo Minima, you are first. Ooh, how'd you get the little crown that says number 1? Ooh, that's gotta hurt. What got returned? Oh, somebody returned an LG 10,000 BTU air conditioner for $426. Oh, that's something new in chat. It says who number 1 and number 2 is. Now, isn't that cool? XP points. Oh, it's something called Top Fans. Looks like 3D RCNC is number 3. Well, isn't that neat? That's pretty cool. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. It might be a new feature they added. I like that it gives you a little tag. That's kind of cool. Yeah, on my screen it has there's a I'll show you. Really? Wonder what happens if I type something. Nothing happens when I type something. Huh. Isn't that weird? Ooh, almost forgot. I should have that. Oh, I thought I changed that. It did not change that. I wonder why. Yeah, it should be this one. Let's see. Forward. MTA Taylor. Send. So Michelle has a copy. It only shows the top 3. That's interesting. Oh yeah, the top 3 get experience points, whatever that means. Huh. Yeah, when I do it on my screen, I'll show you. Let's switch to desktop. So bring it over from the other screen. I have this window here, and you guys get these little crown things. And up here I have something called Top Fans. Hey Mike. And I click on that and it shows, oh, it does do a number 4. Okay. It shows Top Fans and it shows these point things. Oh, question mark. What's the leaderboard? A place for fans to stay on the page. Oh, okay. Cool. That's kind of neat. Except I thought all three. Oh yeah, there's number 3 right there. Okay. Yeah, but number 3 doesn't show in here. Interesting. It shows it here, Jerry. But Jerry's showing his number 2 in here. But 3DRCNC is supposed to be number 2. That's weird. I don't know how that works. It's neat though. It's kind of a neat feature. Huh. Let me put this back over on my second screen. I wonder what the change was. Oh, we can go Australia. Australia, US. I got a couple of the panels printed. One thing I noticed is that here's how it look. So it's actually kind of neat. These are the little joiners. I gotta make that just a tiny bit bigger, or just lower the flow rate a tiny bit. Oh. Well, squirrels can be destructive. My dad got so agitated by the squirrels one day that I come into the room and I see a kitchen knife sticking out of the wall. And I'm looking at my dad, I'm looking at the wall, and I'm like, the wall piss you off? Apparently the squirrels were in the wall, and he got so fed up hearing them inside the wall that he managed to get one inside the wall with the kitchen knife. And Michelle. And I just look at him, and I'm like, really? He's like, well, I got the squirrel. And I was like, uh-huh. And in about 3 days, you're going to move out of this house. And he looks at me like, why? And I was like, remember when the rats get, decomposed in the ceiling at the store? And he just looks at me, he's like, fuck! I was like, yeah, in about 3 days, you're going to have a stinking, decomposing squirrel body in here. We had to cut a hole in the wall and get the carcass out and repair the wall. And I was like, you're lucky you still have a house. I was like, you missed the electrical wire by about 8 inches. Oh my God. Oh yeah, there's like 6 holes, 6 kitchen knife shaped holes in the wall. So he'd made multiple attempts, and yeah, he got it. Yep, he got it. Some poor squirrel family is not without a mommy or daddy, because he got it. Oh man, I guess it really bothered him. It's like, seriously? We found the hole. They were, our house had a, yeah. There's, the second floor of our house has a small section of roof to create a soffit over the first section of house. And, the end of the soffit, or whatever you call that section of roof, I could show you. Really? You're gonna chew on that? No, you're not gonna chew on that. Dumbass. There can be only one. Yeah, and he made sure of that. Okay. Interesting. Oh, they trimmed the tree. Huh. At least they didn't get rid of it because it's a beautiful tree. How does it look? Yeah, okay. So here is our old house in Pennsylvania. Google Maps finally updated the picture. This tree is so big, it's ridiculous. It's a beautiful tree. Anyway, this section of roof right here. What is happening is these squirrels were getting in underneath here. So, see that little triangular section right there? Where the garage roof... I can't seem to... Oh. This little triangle section right here that I'm covering up. They got in underneath the soffit here. And they got into this roof section here. And then from there... This is my dad's window and there's the wall right here. They got into the wall somehow. I think they must have come in through the subfloor because there's a bathroom door there. But they somehow got in there. And they were inside the wall in that room. Hey, they replaced all the windows too. They got rid of the bay windows and replaced them with flat windows, it looks like. Those look like flat windows. This is something we should have done a long time ago. Is the concrete steps here. That's something we should have done a long time ago. They did a nice job. They still have all those trash cans. So this is our neighborhood where we used to live. Yeah, and they still whack that. Yeah, everybody still bumps into that. Oh, wow, they put up a full fence. Huh. And they got rid of this tree. There used to be a big honking tree right here. Like this one. It must have finally collapsed or gotten taken down by lightning. Yeah, they put in a full fence. This used to be a chain link fence. Now it's a full fence. Let's see if there's any other changes. Their house looks the same. Hey, they got a reaper. Ha ha ha. My neighbor's got a reaper. I think his name's Bob. Yeah, Michelle, Highlander. There can be only one. This is the Lucianos. Hey, the bushes look nice. They did a good job on that. Let's see if anything changed in the pond. Nope. Holy crap, it's just full of grass. They put up that retaining wall. Oh, the autocorrect. Well, it was a fortuitous autocorrect. I love the new deck they put up at Tara's house, Michelle. It's beautiful. This new patio and covered garage they put up. It's very nice. They did a good job. Oh, it looks like he's working on the house. Got a ladder there. Oh, wow, you can see all the way through there now. They thinned the trees out. This is a different street back here. You couldn't see through there before. It's not easily. That's a nice setup. He doesn't do as nice a job on his, yeah, I guess it's still pretty good. Jack used to put a lot of work into his yard. He always did a really nice job on it. I love this tree. But yeah, they would the squirrels would they would come in through here and get inside this part of the roof here, and then get in the walls. Yeah, what are you gonna do? That was a mess we had to clean up. You know, I asked him, I was like, why is the knife still in the wall? And he's like, because I got the squirrel. I guess he didn't want it to get away. I guess that kind of makes sense. I mean, better to know exactly where it is, where you can get it, than to have it crawl off somewhere deeper in the wall and die, and then you can't find it. And then you get fumigated out of the house until the body finishes decomping. I mean, a rat at the store would decomp for like 7 to 10 days before the smell went away. So I can only imagine something twice the size of a rat, a squirrel, would take twice as long to decomp. Yes, he is. He's a good boy. Yeah. He's a good boy. Yeah. A good boy. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You want to bite me? I'll stick my finger in your mouth. Yeah. Mm-hmm. He's a good boy. Hey. You want to bite? I'll bite back. Yeah, I'll bite back. Oh, now what are you going to do? Now you're trapped. Now you're trapped. What are you going to do now? Come on. Let go with the claws. There you go. You're a good boy. You're a good boy. Now, why would it hide that? Huh. Oh yeah, it looks like the air conditioner got returned. Hang on, I'll show you. I guess they didn't like it. Desktop. Let's see. It did make it to 135 though. That's nice. If I go to special, it's too early to see the current month, but we did make it to the 4400 band. So I got 135, which I'll get in September. So that's nice. Now let's check this. Full report. And go to earnings. Okay, I'm guessing this is the day for the air conditioner. Yep. So I got $12.80 for the air conditioner. But then on... Oh, I forgot it does that. It takes you all the way back. Yeah. Come on. But then I got a minus $12.41 here because the air conditioner got returned. So I guess they didn't like the air conditioner. I don't know much about LG air conditioners, so I have no idea how good it is or not. Okay, back to dates. And then I'm guessing this is the laptop. There's a big one here somewhere. Oh yeah, $23 for a laptop. EliteBook 650 G10. I love HP EliteBooks. That's my bag. That's my laptop. I have it's a much older one than this. I forget what it is. It's a monster. I got a Blu-ray burner in it, 32 gigs of RAM. It's got a giant screen. Probably the same, 15.6 inch. It's a Core i7. Couple terabytes of hard drive. I got Mix, Spitter, and SATA. But yeah, the HP EliteBooks are nice. They're good machines. But that got me $23.61. Ooh. Someone bought a tent that got me $8. Cool. A 14x9 cabin tent. I got $8 for that. And then also, and I got $3 for the laptop protection plan. I'm guessing this 2-year protection plan is for the Elite Book. Always a good thing to have, especially accident protection. So if you drop it, you're covered. On something that expensive, it's worth it. So, interesting. I got 2.5% for that. Huh. Nice. Good for you. I'm guessing the churro bars, glow sticks, a folding table. Someone got a Visa gift card, but I don't get nothing for that. It shows up, but I don't get any commission, which kind of makes sense. Because they're just giving money. They're not actually earning anything. Let me know how you like it. The tent. Let me know how good it is. This one. I like the external exoskeleton frame that they use on modern tents now. It's so much easier to assemble than the freaking the internal ones. Oh, is it see-through? Let me know if that roof is actually see-through. That'd be kind of cool if it is. But then how do you keep the rain out? Like, is it still waterproof even though it's see-through? Yeah, you lose the see-through when you put the rain fly on it. Very cool. Just a suggestion, put it up at home first. You know, whenever you get a new tent, especially if it's not something you do a whole lot, you know, have you and the family go outside and assemble the thing at home. The kids will love it. And you'll also, any snags or idiosyncrasies with the tent, you'll figure out at home while you still have a house to walk into, instead of in the middle of a campsite. Well, that's what the rain fly is for. See here? So here it is. You can see the mesh roof, and then you can see the rain fly through it. So the rain fly is what actually keeps the rain out. That's this white part here. And then this here is with just the mesh. See how the rain fly goes on the outside of this, and this is just a mesh part? That'll make ventilation very good. Although that means it's definitely a summer tent, not a winter tent. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't want that big mesh opening in the wintertime. Pretty cool, though. Anything else? Nope, all little stuff. Let's see, any other big days? Let's see, that was the air conditioner, that was the laptop. Oh, this was a big day on the 17th. $28. Oh, that was the Galaxy Tab Active 4. That was that really nice rugged tablet with the umbilical power mode. Very cool. 664. Oh, it's just a bunch of little ones. Okay. ATV winch, recovery strap. I got a couple of these. They'll come in handy. One of my plans is to make an A-frame out back off of one of the containers, and then mount this to the top of it with a little solar battery setup, so that if I get something really big in the trailer, I can use this as a hoist to lift a big item out of the trailer and then pull the trailer out and then put it down. But then the problem is, how do you move it once you put it down? If it was heavy enough to need a hoist, so probably better to have a mobile A-frame, like something I can roll around. Because otherwise, how do you move it once you get it out? If it's big enough to need a hoist to get it out of the trailer, it's big enough to need help moving it around. So I'm printing out one of the tubes now, the support, the frame for this. But here's two of the panels and the little connector to connect them. I gotta size this a little bit. Something interesting that I did not realize, that gyroid refill is non-structural. It does not add a lot of stiffness to your print. Almost none. I mean, look at this. And that's 5 millimeters thick. 5 millimeter prints are usually much thicker than that. And that's with a 0.8 millimeter nozzle. It's interesting, though, because it also means it's flexible. Really flexible. Really flexible. So I can make round shapes with gyroid infill. Like, I could print it flat and then bend it into a round shape. I could take a 300 millimeter print and bend it almost 180 degrees. Matter of fact, I can. 180 degrees. So I can make a cylinder out of this. What's interesting about that is I can make a decorative lantern using gyroid infill. So I can make a couple of panels using gyroid infill like this, bend it and insert it into a form, like a round lantern, and have a round wall around the lantern, and it'll glow from the inside from whatever light you put inside there. Especially like the little 8 centimeter solar lights that I have. So that's interesting. I want to play with that. Using gyroid infill to create panels to then create a lantern that I could insert the gyroid pattern into. I think that would look very cool. Yeah, we had a planned power outage here. They didn't exactly, well, they alerted us, but I never knew about it. So I got to see if there's a way to get on an email or a text list so they can tell us about these power outages. They had a pole they had to replace. And well, they're not connected. See, that's something I didn't realize, is that the gyroid layers, I thought it was like, you know, wiggle this way, and then wiggle this way, and then wiggle this way. You know, kind of like rectilinear, but it's not. Gyroid infill, the pattern stays the same, and then instead of going one this way and one this way, the pattern gradually shifts this way. And the result is, well, very flexible. I mean, you could push on it. It's almost fabric-like. It's crazy flexible. So structurally, it's worthless. But decoratively, I can see a lot of uses for gyroid infill. So I want to try to play with that. I want to try to mess with that. So let's try making. I want to try making a lantern out of that. Let's see here. Let's go with this. Let's go with 200 by 200. Really? Did you do 2,000 because you're an idiot? Yeah, you're dumb somehow. There you go. Let's make it 5 millimeters tall. Let's drop you on here. Increase the number of sides. Yeah. Oh, yeah, screen. Thank you. Desktop. Well, it says what it is, 14 by 9 foot. That's a pretty big tent. You know, that's the size of a medium-sized bedroom or a large-sized bedroom in a house, which is usually 12 by 10. So that's not too bad. So increase the sides. Let's make the height also 5 millimeters. Let's make the base radius 100. And let's make the top radius 90. Okay. Of course, it chose this color that just doesn't work for me, because you can't see anything. Okay. I like it. If you have a big truck you're bringing, do what I do. The way I do my tent setups, I can't show you a picture because I think my little mouse site is gone. Yeah, it's gone. I had to get rid of most of my domain names. I just can't afford them anymore. But, let's see. Easy up cabin. So what I do is this. Here's mine was all white, but this will give you an idea of what it was. It's sort of like this, except mine, instead of having these cabin walls, I just used the regular white walls that came with the tent. So like this. Like that. So mine looked just like this, just these 4 white walls, and there's a zipper down the middle of 2 of them. And I set it up on the parking spot, so my tent was on asphalt, so I had a hard floor underneath me. Then I had a little chair, a little table, and I had a heavy-duty cot inside, so that my camping, instead of sleeping on the ground, which would be very hard for me, I slept on the, like this, right there, right there. That's it right there. That's exactly what I had set up. Precisely that. Open image in new tab. That was my setup at Geopalooza. And so I had a cot on the back, and it was a campsite, so I had 110 volt power. So I brought a portable air conditioner. And I set up right here. I set up a little portable air conditioner, and I just stuffed the exhaust hose out the bottom of the tent. So I had a proper bed to sleep in, you know, a cot with a blanket and sleeping bag. I had a cot with a table, chair, had a light hanging up inside here to illuminate. And I had a little power strip, you know, to charge my phone and charge my ebook reader. And right here I had an air conditioner. So a portable, you know, a portable 10,000 BTU air conditioner is enough to cool this entire tent. You know, it's 100 cubic feet right there. Oh, not quite 100 cubic feet, like 90 cubic feet. Because it's 10 by 10, but it's not quite 10 feet tall. It's 10 feet in the middle, but it's angled. So this part here is about 7 feet, 7.5 feet. And then you have whatever area, whatever cubic footage this consumes. So that's 70. This is probably another 15 or 20. Let's call it 15. So that's 85 cubic feet. And that air conditioner was more than enough to air condition that whole entire space. So yeah, bring a what's this? Oh yeah, I tried to load that. Bring yourself a portable air conditioner. Plop that air conditioner right inside the tent. Screw that noise. That's what I did. Like, yeah, I'm bringing air conditioning. Let's see, a ring. Let's make that ring, I want to say 85. 85, wall thickness of 6. Max the number of sides. Align everything. Probably make that a little bit bigger. So let's go 88. I guess 90 is the outside. Okay, we can do that. Turn it into a hole. And then we're going to drop it down. -5. Yeah, that'll work. Let's just make a simple lantern. Let's take this, Control D, duplicate, rotate 180. Nope. We're going to leave that like that. Alright. Make you... Oh, wait a minute. This is going to have to be taller. No, it doesn't. It's going to print right on top of the other piece. So we can leave it like that. Do that. Join. Now we take this, Control D, and rotate this one 180. And put a floor there and drop it. This is going to have to be taller, I think. Let's make this 20. Yeah, I like that better. Now, let me grab the light that we're going to use for the lantern. Oh, we're going to stick this light in it. Okay. I kind of like this shape. I kind of like that design aesthetic. So let's make that part of it. And do this. And then drop it. Yeah, I kind of like that design aesthetic like that. Yeah, that looks nice. Yeah, that looks cool. It's going to bulge if I don't have seams, though. So the easiest way to put a seam in this... How would I do that? could make a ring, but you're going to see that ring from the inside, and I really don't want to see the ring. Let's get this on the floor. So join, drop, unjoin. Okay, so now we're on the floor. How do I want to do this? Hey SBC, how are you doing? Am I not showing the screen again? Yeah, I'm showing the screen. Oh, that's an old message, okay. So the best thing to do would be to put 3 vertical braces in here. And have those vertical braces grab the part. Okay, let's do a duplication of this. Separate you, make you much bigger. So how do I want to do this now? Good morning, Big Bad Joe. First, this is 180 millimeter. 180 millimeter diameter circumference. So 565 millimeters. That would be roughly, I don't know, I'm going to use a calculator. So 565 divided by 3, we're looking at 188, so let's call it 185. Or 186. So if I make 186, what's the diameter of the inside? It's 6 millimeters thick, so that's 12 millimeters. That would be 168. 168. Which would be 527. That's a big difference. 527 divided by 3. So I got to make it 176 millimeters. Or 175 millimeters. Approximately. Or I have to shape them. If I'm thinking correctly, I don't actually have a shape I can do that with. Screwdriver tips. Oh no. That's a nice set though. Very cool. But no, I wasn't looking for those. Nice set though. Let's see here. How do I do this? I think where is my tape measure again? Oh man, I'm always losing that freaking tape measure, I tell you. I never know where that tape measure is. It is always hiding from me. This is supposed to be 8 centimeters. So this is almost as big as this, actually. How big is that? It's still bringing this up. Oh yeah, that makes sense actually. Okay. It is 143, so about 150 millimeters. Okay. And then, yeah, I have calipers somewhere. I probably have about 30 pair somewhere. In fact, I know I have a pair on this desk somewhere, but the battery's dead. I got to get some of those LR44 batteries. I got to stop by the dollar store and get them. Hi, baby. How you doing? Yeah. You want to say hi? Yeah? You such a good boy? Yeah. You good boy. You love having your head rubbed. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You're a good boy. The CR2032s, if you need them in a pinch, it's 2 for $1 at the dollar store. And you might as well buy 2 of the tea light candles, since you'll get 2 of the batteries, and then you'll get 2 free tea light candles that you can use for projects. And you'll also get 2 of the batteries. It used to be you get 3 of them, but they shrinkflation. They shrank it back to 2. You're such a good boy. Yes, you are. Yeah. Otherwise, your best bet is to get them on Amazon. You get them dirt cheap. Let's see, I'll show you. Amazon. And here you go. So here's a 10-pack for $6. It's 60 cents a battery. Actually, I think that might even be cheaper. No, same price about. Almost exactly the same price. So $6. Is that the cheapest? Actually, there you go. 20-pack for $7. That would be the one I'd go for. Depends on how quick you use them. If you're not going to use them very often, I might go with the Energizer. If you're going to use them for projects, you're going to want to go with something like this. They don't have as long a shelf life. But if you're going to use them quickly, the shelf life doesn't matter. So I use about 3 a year. So the 20-pack would work about right. The idea is not to let them go bad. Oh, that's pretty cheap. $5 for 15 of them. But if you want long-term storage, buy the Energizers. They got a 10-year shelf life. I think these have a 10-year shelf life too. No, it's a 10-pack. What do they claim the shelf life? 8 years. They're claiming 8 years. That's to 80%, by the way. And these guys are claiming... doesn't say. $10 years. So if you want long-term storage, you buy the Energizers and you put them in the drawer in the kitchen. If you're going to use them quickly, you buy the big pack. So here You can get, where is it? There it is. Here's 40 of them for $9. That's what you buy if you go into a rocket launch and you're going to put a whole bunch of these in different LED lights, or if you're going to do a wedding or a dinner and you're going to have a whole bunch of little tea light candles, you buy this because you're going to burn them pretty quickly. Here's a 200 pack. You know, if you're doing a wedding, that's probably what you're going to buy. Here's a 50 pack for 12. These batteries are dirt cheap. Oh, I did order those earring backs. I don't know if Cassandra's here yet, but I got $20.12 in credit from Amazon Shopper Panel over the last 2 months, so I used that to get, well, Michelle might be watching, so I can't show what else I got, but I also grabbed one of the DeWalt batteries that has a built-in the cheap ones, 3 to 5 years, no problem. They probably will last 5+ years, but assume no more than 5, just to be safe. So I got one of these, the cheaper one. They have one for $30. Not that one. There's another one in here for $29.99. That's the one I got. But this one has a $3 coupon. It's a DeWalt 6 amp hour battery with a built-in 65 watt bidirectional USB-C PD slot, which means I can use this to charge things that take USB-C, and I can also recharge this with USB-C directly at 65 watts, which is very, very nice. So how many watt hours does this have? 120 watt hours. So this will recharge in 2 hours by plugging a 65 watt USB-C PD cable into it from completely dead. I don't know about you, but that's pretty good. But the cheap ones, I would assume 4 or 5 years. Name brand ones are built to better tolerances and have more capacity. And so they'll last longer. They'll hold out longer. You can usually expect 8 to 10 years and still have 80% charge. So they're going to self-discharge over time. But it's not that bad. So 527. So this is the no, that is the 527. So that's the 527. This is the big one, the bigger dimension. 565 divided by 3, 188. So I need to go from 175 to 188. Which means we're going to make this 5 millimeters thick, and we're going to make it 175 wide and 175 tall. Okay, so it's a square. Now, to create the joint, we need to do this. So let's do this. Make it 5 by 5. Jesus, come on. Rotate that way. Rotate this way. Okay. Really? That's not what I asked you to do. Wanker. Do that. Really? Come on. Okay, now, the difference between these two, 75 to 88. It's 13, so that's 6.5. So this needs to be 6. Come on. 6.5. Okay, Control D. Rotate this way. And then align with this edge. Okay. And then crop. Alright, that should result in a shape that will bind correctly. Hello. A shape that will bind correctly, meaning these walls will line up with each other when I wrap them around this. So that should be a simple print. And then I need to make it probably 2 millimeters smaller. It's already a millimeter smaller. So let's make it 174. Now I need the bracing for this. So how do I want to do that? Probably make another one of these. Control D. Let's shorten it. Make it solid. Let's make it all right. Let's make it 91. And a wall thickness of 7. No, I need I need walls on the inside. 8, 16, 25, 32, 3.94. Oh, 4 more than what it was. 10. Okay. And I am bigger than I need to be, so 9 will probably do it. Let's push it out a little bit. 91.5. That looks pretty centered to me. Okay. The square parts? Yes. So I'm going to create 3 vertical struts here. And these square parts here are going to do this. This is for the air conditioning thing, so it has these and it has this shape on the end. This new piece I'm going to print is just going to be this. And I'll just do this. That's it. I'll just do that and slot it in. Because of the gyroid infill, this is very, very flexible. So I'll just simply bend it and slot it into place. And that will create a lantern housing. That's completely 3D printed. In fact, if you really want to get exotic, you print that in transparent. And I do have a roll of transparent. So yeah, I'll print that in a transparent PETG. So this here, this square piece here will be printed with no top and bottom layers. So it'll end up looking like this. Well, the problem is when I do this, right, these edges here are going to want to do this. So the vertical posts will trap the parts. So instead of making this 2 pieces that do this, it's going to be 3 pieces that do this. So 1, 2, 3 panels. That's why I have to figure out the circumference and the dimensions. It'll make more sense once I build this. So as I construct this, it'll make more sense once you see it in practice. Let's see here. So this is going to be 175 tall. Hey, Matt. Why did you ignore me? 175 tall. So that's going to be that tall. Okay. So then I take this here and take this drop. Then I take this here, this drop. Nope. This gets dropped. And then I do this again. No, that's wrong. Okay. So this can be made solid. That's not what I want to do. That can be made solid. This is going to get dropped there. And then this is going to get dropped here. And drop. I guess so. I guess you can only earn so many each time. So like Matt just logged in and he got 25 experience points. So I guess you don't keep earning points. My guess is you'll. If I had to guess, you'll get that. You'll start with 75 points the next stream. Because if I click this, it says a place for fans now. Top tier 3 get special badges. It resets every stream. And you'll need to collect experience points, send live chat messages, and send super chats and stickers. Ooh, that reminds me, I gotta super chat myself. Hey. Cat loves chewing on this. So my guess is it's 75 points max for just chatting. And then like next stream you can get more points. My guess is the 1, 2, 3 resets every stream, but the points is going to be a continuous leaderboard thing. At least that's the way they're describing it. Yeah, Google has this thing called Google Opinion Rewards, where you can submit receipts and do surveys and you get money. So you can see I got $10.54. The problem is you can only spend that on the Google Play Store, and I don't have a need to spend it on the Google Play Store. What I want is the cash, and there's no way for me to extract the cash, except there is. You can also use this to use Super Chats. Now, I lose 30% of it because Google takes 30% of Super Chats, but it's better than zero. So I go into here, and I tap on my stream on my phone, and I send myself a Super Chat. And that allows me to convert the Google Opinion Rewards money into actual cash. Super Chat. Let's see. So 10.54. Buy and send. My balance. One tap buy. I say there should be no tax on that. And there it is. There. Now I just converted my Google Opinion Rewards money into cash. Well, sort of. It'll be cash, just not instant. Go away. Oh, I guess if I view my own stream, do I get on my own leaderboard? Let's see, do I end up on the leaderboard too? No, I don't. So it's smart enough not to put me on the leaderboard. Okay. And basically, Google AdSense pays out a minimum $100. So I make about $20 to $23 a month in AdSense. So every 4 or 5 months, I get a $100 payment from Google AdSense. But now that I'm doing a super chat, that'll actually speed that up. So because that counts toward that $100 minimum to get the payout. So yeah, I can do that. So you'll see me do that every time I get $10 worth. I wait until I have $10 worth. Once I hit $10, I super chat myself to clear out my Google Opinion rewards. Just one more way to make a tiny bit of cash. Well, it makes sense. I'm the host, but I was just curious what would happen if I did that. Oh yeah, 3DRCNC, you're at 150 now. I don't know, Jerry. He's kicking your ass. The I wish they would just let me withdraw the money, but they want you to spend it in the store because they earn money when you spend it in the store, so they don't have to give it all to the person you're buying from because Google takes a cut. Let's see, did it change? Nope, still 150. Yeah, I wonder what happened. I don't know. Try liking the video. See if that does anything. I wonder if likes do anything. I doubt it. How would it know? But what did you do to get an extra 75 points? Huh. Well, somebody else probably liked the video already too, and they didn't get the 75. Yeah, I got 6 likes. So somebody else would have gotten it as well, and nobody else got it, so it wasn't that. I don't know. That's weird. Okay. Well, this needs to be changed to 5 thickness. Let's make it 5.4. Yeah, it didn't though, because only he got the extra 75. And since 6 people liked already, somebody else would have gotten more points too. And it doesn't allow you to give a breakdown. It doesn't tell you what those points are. Somebody will figure out, and somebody will figure out how to game it. Guaranteed. Someone's always going to figure out how to rig it. Okay. So let's see here. I think I want to make this a little bit bigger. 91.6. Yeah, that looks more centered. Yeah, that looks more centered. Okay. That goes all the way down to there. Actually, yeah, it's pretty close. Yeah, first to comment gets you the #1 badge, the King badge. See how some people have that little badge that has a little crown, #1, 2, and 3? You get that when you post first, second, and third. Maybe. I don't know. Well, we'll see if more people get more points. Yeah, more people have 75 now. Let's see. Okay, how do I want to do this? Probably the simplest way to do this is just to cut a chunk out of it. That's going to be the simplest way. Okay, let's do that. No, I do not want to do that. That is weird. Okay. Let's do this. Oh, come on. Let's see here. We want to do a complete wipe of that. And then Control D. And do this. No. Because we need to keep them the exact same size. Control D. Let's see. That's probably okay. Let's join these two together. Let's center them on this. Center you here. Okay. All right. Let's unjoin that. Let's do a duplicate. And we're going to do this. Join. Okay. That'll get rid of everything except that. So we take this and join it. All right, there's our post. Now I need to do I need to clear out a section in the middle. And I'm probably just going to do this in vase mode, since there really is no reason not to. But before I do that, that inside wall still looks a little thicker. And I think I'd rather have the outside wall be thicker. But I can also do that just by doing this. Let's go 0.25. I can just do that too. Yeah. So Control D. Let's add 16.5, 16.5. No, that is not what I wanted. Wrong box. 16.4. That way. 16.8 that way. And then we shorten this, because that's a different tool. Then 9.8 to the outside. 9.8. Then we pick this one, 10.2. Okay, make that a hole. Okay. Let me hide this. Oh, I don't have the hole there anymore. Nope. I thought I already took care of that. No, it's already over here. Okay. So there's our cutout. Hey, CAD Prince. How are you doing? Let's see if something happens when CAD Prince joins. Must take time for it to update because CAD prints isn't showing up yet. I wonder why he's not showing up. Does it max out at 12? Or does it just take time before it shows him? You're still number 2 now. Whatever you did, it brought you up to 100. So maybe after a certain number of minutes, it brings you more points if you type again? Yeah, I got the credit for it. It was, hang on, I think it was $23 for the laptop, and I got like a couple dollars for the warranty too. So how do you get the first 25 points? Okay, SPC, Bill, and JMD just got boosted to 50 and 75. And Mike is still at 25. I wonder what the metric... And Photo Minima, you're now at 125. I wonder what the metric is, how that works. Alright, now I need to put a block in the middle. So to do that, I need to make this solid. Let's make it transparent. Nope, that doesn't work. Let's make it something other than that color. So I need to put a block in here. And let's make it, I guess, 2 millimeters is all I need. Yeah. Now Photo Minima is 150 and 3DR CNC is 150. Oh, I thought the badge was for when you posted. Oh, wait a minute. No, okay, so that's leaderboard. That's not first post. Okay, that's not working the way it's supposed to work. It says here, the top 3 get special badges in live chat. Okay, so you get the badge, but the badge number can change. So these are... Oh, no, Michelle has the badge now. No, she's number 3 in here. But does she have the badge in here? Yeah, she has the badge in here. What the hell? I don't know how this works. That should be separate. There should be a crown, there should be a first chat thing, and there should be a leaderboard thing. It's kind of fun though. People like that kind of thing. It's another way to interact. What it does is it encourages interaction, and that's a good thing. Okay, so now I need to take all of this and center it this way. And now I need to take this and cut it from this. Turn this back into a hole. And I need to take this and cut it like that. And there is my support brace. Now the real question is, how do I attach these? That's the tricky part. I mean, it's as simple as gluing. I could glue them together, but that's kind of lame. Um, um, how do I attach these? Well, they're obviously it's not random. Computers aren't capable of doing random. So there's an algorithm that determines it. Now, how do I do this? You know, the easiest solution is to use my threaded rods. Yeah. Let's go view all. Let's see here. That's going to be these. Yeah. This is the way to do it. Okay. So we grab these two. Copy. Nope. Undo that. Copy. Then we go back to here. We are making a lantern that's completely 3D printed. I came up with a neat idea because of the enclosure I'm working on for the... Hang on a second, let me finish this. It's really hard for me to do two things at once. Okay, so there we go. So as you know, last week we were working on creating the enclosure for my mini split to make it less visible and to keep the weeds out and crap like that and keep the sun off of it. So one of the things that we came up with was these wall segments, and these would join together like this. So there's the little joiner thingies to make the segments that would create the wall between the tubes, which I'm printing now. I noticed that these had no structural integrity whatsoever. The gyroid infill provides no structure. It's very, very... I realized it's not... It doesn't go this way, and then this way, and then this way. It goes this, like that. So the result is it's really just one way. And because of that, it's very flexible. Like, crazy flexible. So I thought I can make round walls that I could print flat and then bend to shape. So that gave me the idea to print my lantern. Because one of the problems with the lantern is that you either have to have the lantern be open wall. Ooh, I can also print these for my square lantern. Yeah, the big square one right there. I can print these for that. Yeah, we're doing that. Although I think those openings are too small, because those openings are designed to take glass, the polycarbonate. But I realized that because of how evenly flexible this is, and because of how I can bend this 180 degrees, and it doesn't break or creak or anything. So I'm going to print the panels flat, curve them, and slide them in. And I'll just print these at a transparent PLA. And then it'll also create a nice little shadow effect as the light goes through the gyroid infill. So that's going to be pretty neat. So I'm going to make a really nice lantern that's completely 3D printed. No unprinted parts. So this is the pattern that we need. But we're going to change that now because we're going to use this. Okay. How big is this? Well, I don't need it to be that big. This is going to be the lantern. You can make it thicker. I don't have to make it thicker. I could just make it fully pass through. Although that does create a problem, which I'll have to fix, which is easy to fix. Yes, I can easily fix that. Okay. That means if this is the lantern size, and it should be. No, wait a minute. I'm going to make this. Hang on. That's going to go there. Let's make it 180 tall. So let's join these two. Shift it up. And put this here. Unjoin these two, actually. So this is going to drop to there. And this is going to drop to here. Like that. Okay, so that's the actual size. Now I can make this bigger to see what it's going to do. Not what I wanted. Come on, let me pick it. They won't let me pick that center one. Okay, so that's too big. We're going to have to see what this does when I put it there. So now, how tall is all this? So all of this is 230 millimeters. Okay. So we take this, unjoin. Oh boy, does that make it a mess. So this here needs to be 230. 230. Okay. Then we take this, put it here, take this, drop it there, and then we're also going to move it just a tiny bit more to make sure it actually inserts. Since I had that problem before. What are you doing? Go away! Whatever the hell you are, go away. You son of a bitch, whatever you are, go away. I have no idea what this even is. It's probably this stupid crap. Yeah. Okay. Nope. Yep. Okay. Put that back there. And then we need to move this in a little bit. There we go. Just to make sure they overlap. That should do it. Join. Of course it makes it some stupid color. Oh yeah, you're right. I could just make tabs to fit into the slots. Good idea, CNC. Damn good idea. Okay, let's make this khaki. Control D. So I have a duplicate. Let's do this. And then let's do this. Okay. Come on. So that's going to go up. Oh yeah, it will be about the right size. Nice. Okay, I can live with this. Am I not showing the screen again? No, I'm not. Okay, sorry. Alright, so what I need to do is I need to fix this so I can manipulate this easier. Okay, let's do this. Control D, Control D. Okay, so we take this, this, and this, join. Take this, 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 and this, and join. And then we take these three and join. There. Now I can modify this any way I want, anytime I want, without having to go through all that crap over and over again. Stop changing it to dark colors. Okay, that way, that way, and then drop. Okay. Okay. Next. This is actually maybe a little too narrow. Maybe. Ooh, this is actually going to be better if it's this way, since that's the direction I'm printing it. The question is that enough? I'm not sure. I did switch my screen, right? Yes. I can't just make this bigger. If I make it bigger, I make the nuts bigger. But as long as I make the nuts bigger and this bigger, I can do that. But I don't want to make it too big. Let's do this. So first, let's put a bottom on here. Drop this in there. Okay, so that will fully seat. Now let's center this way, and come on, this way. Okay, let's temporarily join these. Where the hell is my goddamn tool? There it is. So that's going to be something like that. I guess the question is, are those big enough? Is that a big enough slot? Let's try it and see what happens. This and this center. Here and here. Not what I wanted to do. Okay. This and this center on this. Okay. Okay, that looks okay. So it should be as simple as this. Let's see here. Let's unselect this. I need to get this out of the way. Okay. So if we take this and we unjoin it, we get our torus or ring back. And then I can bring it down here like this. Nope, that's not going to work quite right. I need to take this and unjoin this. I need to make this as tall as this. Unselect, damn you. Like that. Join it like that. Turn that back into a hole. Make it as tall as that. And then do that. Okay. Is that channel big enough is the question. I don't know. But I think it will be. Okay. Let's see here. Let's undo this. Let's duplicate this and join it with this. So now we have this. Why does it grab the wrong one? Why does it grab the wrong one? Like, what fetish does it have with grabbing the wrong one? That one. Well, no, because remember, there's a delta. There's a tolerance between this width and this width. And that needs to be enough to be able to have enough play to accommodate both of those dimensions. So this is now done. I can print this now. Drop. And that is only 264, which means I could print 3 of them. Good. So I need to print 3 of those. Now let's get rid of this. All right. Hey, Tyler. How are you doing today? Okay, so we no longer need this. This is superfluous. And we also no longer need this. That's also superfluous. What I need to do now is take this and split it. I don't need this. And I don't need this. This can now be shortened to something more like that to allow me to manipulate it easier. Now we Control D this. We shorten it again. Change the color to a different color. And now we make it 0.4. So 9.78, we're going to go to 10.2. 2. And then we're going to go here, 10.6. And then we're going to go here again, 14.4. And we're going to go here, 14.8. You might be asking, why are you doing that, Chris? That's so it stays centered. See? Now it's centered. This becomes a hole. Now what I need to do is take all of this, duplicate it, and rotate it 120 degrees. 1, 2, 0. And then do it again. Okay. Now I take this, I join it into one unit, and I center it on here. Let's see, here, center, U, there, and there. That did not work. That's right, we can't do that. I need a master ring. So we are centered on here. So what I can do is I can bring this up here. Like that. Get rid of you. I'll leave you in place. Okay. So we take U and U, Control D, join, bring you over here, align, center, center. Basically, I'm using the disc as a master ring. Okay. Now we take this, unjoin. We take these three pieces. We join them together. We make them taller. This is all going to be one piece. And we just make it tall. Oh, we got to just Control D it. Come up here like this. Okay, I do not like that at all. So I need to make it big enough so that these holes are in this main ring here. But I can't do that without I can't modify my my thing. You'll see what I mean in a second. So unjoin this. Okay. Unjoin this. Okay. Okay. How do I do this? Okay, unjoin this. Now we have all separate pieces again. I'm going to hide this. I need to keep it because that is centered on these three pieces here. No, I don't need it because I have it over here. As long as I don't move them, we're fine. But first, let's get rid of what I don't need. No, I need these because they're going to help me center the actual pins. Let's just hide this. No. Okay. Well, the way you do CAD is parametrically. Tinkercad cannot do parametric CAD, yet it can do parametric CAD. The parametricity is in here. So I have to do things a certain way so that I can make parametric changes. But that means I have to keep track of those processes and steps inside my head and make sure I do it here in a way that allows me to do that later. Let's see here. Well, first of all, I don't need this. This can be joined. Because these two are identical. So I only have to modify one. Okay. So let's make the Is this going to work correctly? Yes, it is. Okay. So I need to make the top radius bigger. And that is big enough. So if we make that 100 and this 110, I can't make it 110. It won't let me. Ah! I forgot about that. It maxes out at 100. Who the hell is this? Go. And I thought I turned my ringer off. I did turn the ringer off. So why did that ring at all? Buzz off. Well, once you get used to it, it makes sense. It's one of those things that it's like it just clicks when you finally figure it out. At least, well, I guess it does require an aptitude for spatial relations, which I do have an aptitude for. I did very well on that. Maybe that's a factor. It's very easy for me to visualize all of this and how it goes together. So that might be a factor. I'm not sure. So all I need to do is make this 10 millimeters bigger, which I can do by figuring this out. Okay, so if I do this, and I do this, and I make this 210, this becomes 31.5. So now I can just select these three, select this dimension, and change it to 31.5. There. And that is not big enough. That's too close to the edge. So let's make it 32. 32. There. And that should be enough for the perimeters. Okay. Okay. You're in my way. Okay. Okay. This should now be as simple as select this and cut it. Nope, not quite. I have to join these together. And I think I'm okay with how this looks. So we should be able to just join this. I did not change the dimensions of this ring, so I don't have to change the dimensions of my panels. See, I can't change the dimensions of this cutout ring because that'll change the circumference that these panels have to fill. And you don't want to do that. So I should be able to join these. Change the color to something more usable. And now I should be able to join this with this. Let's bring these up, because I'm going to need them as alignment tools later. There. So now this will slide into these holes, and the threads will stick out the bottom. Let me show you. Control D. Stand up. Rotate. About face. Okay. Oh, nope. 90 degrees that way. Okay. This and this align on you here and here. Stop it. And that should come up like that. Okay. So now we delete this. We duplicate this. Rotate 180. We take this and this and we align on this here. We hide it. That hid both. Why'd you hide both? So the bigger one has to hide. So I can delete the smaller one. And bring the bigger one back. There we go. I don't need this anymore because I already have the holes cut. Okay. Here's where I need the other thing to make sure the height is correct. So what I need to do is I need to put a floor in here. Take this, drop it. Now we take these two, we align on this one, here and here. We join them together, and then we bring it up. Like that. Yeah, 0.1. Come on. Come on. Punk. Close enough. Okay, now how's it look up here? Okay, we need to make it a little taller. I need to make sure the threads are all the way inside. But we can adjust that by simply adjusting the height of this panel. How did I do this? So this goes to here, like that. Here's an easy way to do this. This goes to here like that, and then we overlap them. We bring you down here. We bring you up here. Come on! It's my mouse pad. I need to change this mouse pad. We do that. There it is. And then we join these together. Now, how tall are these? 180. So I'm going to make this 182. 182. So if I make that 182, that's 2 millimeters bigger than I need it to be. Which should mean these threads will be inside, and these will pinch down and tighten. Okay. Now we unjoin these. Control D this. Bring you up. Rotate you 180 degrees. Not what I want you to do. You sleazeball. Why won't you let me pick it? What the hell? It wouldn't let me select it. Okay. We put a tool up here and drop. There. Michelle's back. Okay. Delete. So now that's what that's going to look like. The lantern's going to look just like that. Where's that lantern? Now this should be the same diameter as this. So I do need to get a ruler to measure that. A pair of calipers is what I need to measure that. I need to know what that dimension is. I could probably look it up, because I have to make a hole in the top for that. Okay, so now we take this, this, and this. We Control D with this. $120. Control D. There. That's what it'll look like. I can get rid of, come on, I can get rid of this. I can get rid of this. And that's what the lantern will look like for now. I like it. Oh boy, do I like this. And 100% 3D printed. Which I really, really, really like. I do want to put a handle on here. I got to figure out how I'm going to do that. For now, I might actually just put a screw base in the bottom of this so I can thread it to my current mounts that I use. You know, this one here, the yellow one that I currently use to mount all my lanterns. Design it to affix right to that, which would be very easy to do. Okay. No support would be needed. No glue, no fasteners. Well, you need fasteners, but you're printing the fasteners. Okay, now I do need to do one more thing. What I need to do now is put this over here, out of my way. Okay. This and this need to be joined. Temporarily. Let's change the color just so we know we did something to it. Let's hide this. Wait a minute, I know how to fix this. We do this. And then we hit drop, drop, drop. Okay. So those stay affixed. We take these three, join them together, and then we align them vertically, these three. You and there. Okay. Now we unjoin these. And we unjoin these. They're already unjoined. These are already unjoined. Okay, good, 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 good. Now, the reason we have to do that is I need... Well, actually, I don't need stanchions. I was thinking I need... not stanchions. I was thinking I needed little pegs here, so that these can't go too far. But I realized I don't need those because these are going to be inserted inside that. So we won't need that at all. Yeah. This all lines up. Not quite. That does not quite line up. Why doesn't that line up? Why isn't this lined up? It's lined up here. Oh, something got wacky. That doesn't matter. The holes are in the right spot. But when I rotated the model, something got misaligned. I mean, that's not going to break anything, but it does line up right here. You can see it there. Just my little 3D model doesn't quite line up. Okay. So literally it's 4 pieces. I need to print 3 of these, 6 of these, 2 of these. Yeah, because these are going to be the limitation. what's also nice is I can change the dimensions of this to fit whatever I want. There's another mouse crawling in the stuff right here, because last night Ender caught a mouse, brought it inside my room, and then let it go. Thanks, Ender. Thank you, baby. Yeah, thank you for releasing the mouse in my bedroom. Yeah, this'll work. I can also do all different kinds of lighting setups in here. I could have simple, like solar panel light on top here. I have string light just filling the inside of it. There's just a whole bunch of different things I can do. Yeah, no kidding. Looks like 150 is the max so far. Let's see. I can't think of anything else I need to do with that. Now, one thing I might want to do is make this a little taller in the middle here, so I can have top layers here, but no top layers here. That would allow water to pass through. Oh, it's a flat surface. Water's gonna pass off of this anyway. Let's add my lamp bottom to it. Yeah, let's add my lamp bottom. Let's see. Nope, not there. I gotta go here. Let's see here. What am I looking for? Not that. Not that. Not any of that. I still need to finish this. The lamppost arm for the new spider. I need to do that because I really like that project. There's the lantern, the square one. Where is my lantern? These shouldn't be here. Yeah, where's my lantern? Something's wrong. I'm missing something here. There's the drill, there's the top, there's the phone case, a totem I was messing with, the armor sign, shoes. I'm pretty sure that's not it. That's the light mount. I'm missing something. I'm missing parts. Where the hell is my lantern? My lantern. This is the big lamppost. Where's the little one? Spad pad. Where the hell's my lantern? Let's tinker this, see what this is. Why is it not showing anything? It's missing. Okay, this is nothing. Let's put something in here just so I know what this is. Oh, because it's all transparent. So again, let's stick something in the middle here, just so I know something's there. What's this? Where the hell's my lantern? Loading something. What did I call it? Lamppost, I guess. Mini lamppost. Yeah, mini lamppost. MLP, mini lamppost. This is loading something. It's having a hard time loading whatever it is. I don't see anything. Let's go look for the other thing while I'm waiting. 8 centimeters solar. There it is. It should have the dimensions. Yes. 7.5, 75 millimeters. Okay. So I need a 75 millimeter hole. What is this doing? It's having a hard time. But I'm missing a file. Which is a really big problem. I don't want to rebuild that all over again. It won't load this for some reason. I'll have to come back to it later. Watch that be it. For some reason it won't load that. Alright, where the hell is my lamp? It should be right here at the top. There it is. MLP. There it is. I was looking, that one file won't load, but I found the one I was looking for. Come on. There it is. Oh boy. It's loading. Little by little, it's loading. There it goes. You done throwing a fit? Okay. So what I need is this. And... no, not that. I need this. So if we undo... undo that. Undo that. Is that what I need right there? Nope. Come on. Undo that. There it is. Get rid of you. You are what I need. So copy you, then undo all this. Okay, paste. So I need this and this. These two pieces. I don't want all you. Dingbat. Look at this. It insists on grabbing this. Look. I hate that. I hate it so much. Oh, it drives me crazy. So copy. Let's go back to this. Okay. And paste. Wow, that's a lot of crap. Why the hell is it upside down? Oh, I know why. Because the work plane. There we go. So this will be the mount that this will screw onto. And this is going to go into here. Except we got to get rid of a bunch of this, since we don't need that. Let's make you solid. Go away. I don't ever want to see that. Ever. Just never show up again. Unless I ask for you. Come on. Okay. Chop. Make you back into a hollow. You're going to go in here. Negative 0.1. And then we're going to center you here. Center on you. That means you and, come on, you. You and you. There we go. So now I have a threaded mount for this to screw into. Okay. Now we need 75 millimeters, so we're going to do 76. 7.6 by 7.6. You are going to go in here like that. Center on you. There and there. Okay, you and you are going to join. And now we're going to smooth that hole out a little bit. Let's make the base 40. And the top, I think that's enough. Sides. Flip you 180. Align. You. I'm now putting a small bevel in there because it'll look better and it'll reduce the chance of me having a problem inserting the piece. Now I just drop this down until we get a little bit of overlap. Why won't you move? Why won't you fucking move? Jesus. It's like it's really annoying me. Actually, I know exactly why it's doing it. I gotta change the mouse pad. This, I'm using one of these panels as a mouse pad, and the panel has holes in it, and whenever the laser hits one of the holes, it stops. Really annoying. Okay, do that. Did I maximize the sides? Yes, I did. Whoa, 128. That's new. Can we go to 128 now? We can! Would you look at that? That's an upgrade. I'm pretty sure it was only 64 before. Oh, wow. That's a nice upgrade. That's one of the things I've been asking them for. I was like, just go to 128. It would make such a big difference. And it does. Oh, 128's huge. Oh, that's freaking huge. Does everything do that? Yep, that does that. What about this? No, that doesn't update, but that looks smoother, though. No, it doesn't. Damn it. What about sphere? 64. Hey, I think that's higher than it was before. I think it was 48 before. That is cleaner. That's much cleaner than the 48. They didn't update the half sphere, though. Yeah. See, the half sphere is not nearly as clean. Yes, I do. I have a mouse pad out. Yeah, look at that. Why? See, I hate when they choose these colors where you can't see anything because the colors are stupid. Okay, so they didn't update the half sphere, but you can make a half sphere just by cutting a sphere in half. And of course, you selected everything and deleted everything because you're a douchebag. Oh, that is wicked awesome. What about this? Yes, this is also updated. Oh, that is epic. That is freaking epic. Cylinders are going to be so much cleaner now. Oh, that makes me a very, very happy critter. Okay. So that hole will accept this light. So that's an all-in-one solar unit to allow me to make a solar. It's not very bright, though. It's not as bright as I'd like. I wish I can get one of those that was brighter. A little bit brighter. Okay. And if you were going to hardwire this, you'd put the hole in the bottom here. You'd put a lamp inside of here, and you'd have the wire come up through here. The nice thing is this will now screw into this. So I can screw these on top of all my posts, and as long as I put this hole on the bottom, whatever lantern I design, it'll be compatible. Okay. I think that's it. I definitely want to print this upside down. Oh, very, very cool. Okay. Round R lamp. R-lamp. R-lamp underscore bottom. That's going to export like that. Come on. Oh, come on. I can also print this with the mason jar thing on top and put the fairy lights inside. Okay. Excuse me. Why would you do that? This is the top. Export. Okay. This is the base. STL. And, oh man, it's too bad I can't fit 3 of these on the bed. Oh, that sucks. On a 400 millimeter bed, I could print all these at once, but on the 300 millimeter bed, I can only print 1 at a time. That sucks. Let's get this out of the way. Okay. Control D. Let's bring you over here. Control D again. I can save them all as one. Oh, that's too bad. Yeah, I can't print them all at once. Only if I'd have to make it less than 150 millimeters. And then Control D. Bring you up. Really? That's what you're gonna do? Instead of dragging it, you're gonna do that. Douchebag. I need 6 of these. So Control D. D. Control D. And D. There. Alright. Panel. Oh, stop it. And that is the panel. Export. STL. And then what would we call these? Braces? Struts? I guess struts. Those would be the struts. And these are going to be the knobs. Really? Knobs. Now there is one more thing I need to do. Well, I'll do it later, but I probably need to put 2 holes in here for a rope so I can hand hold it or hang it, you know, to make a hanging version. So I'd have to have 2 holes in here for that. But I'll worry about that later. Okay. That's it. Okay, now it's time to slice. Is the audio still in sync? Okay. I'm surprised the audio hasn't gone crazy. Let's create a new folder. Round lamp. Lantern. I'll fix that. Download. Yeah. Yes. Now, oh, it did reopen it. Nice. Let's stick you in stuff. And then let's grab all you and throw you in round lantern. Okay. Alrighty. There's some that are going to be super easy. So let's do the knobs real quick since they'll be super easy. Let's add a process. Longer. 0.95, 8 and 8. Yes. Yes. Let's do 2 top, 2 bottom. I think I need 3 bottom actually. Let's do 0.3, outer perimeter 2. Addition. Let's do this at 5 millimeters. And I think my speed was off too. Yeah, 10.8 is too fast. Let's go 9. Let's see what happens when I print that. Okay. Looks good. Oh, I gotta make that perimeter bigger. Addition 10. So it doesn't do that stupid. Every single one do a stupid thing. Much better. 1, 2, 3, and then infill. Okay, that means I don't need 3. That means 2 is fine. 2. Okay. 4 hours. That's fine. Round lantern. Knobs. I could probably use the same setting for the struts. Actually, I don't think I need the top or bottom at all. No, I do. Would you stop it? What's the matter, baby? Hi. How you doing? Hey, they haven't seen you yet. Yeah. How you doing, baby? Yeah. Mm-hmm. You're such a good boy. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. He's a good boy. Yeah. Let's see, 25% should be enough. They don't require supports. Just shut up and do it. Okay. Let's see how it bridges. Good. The intelligent bridging finally worked. That's exactly what it should be doing right there. See how the bridge overlaps one entire perimeter? That's exactly how it's supposed to work. What I would prefer is if it just went all the way across the whole model, but it's okay. That should work. And then it does that. That should work fine. Another 3 hours. Struts. Okay. Let's do the panel. Okay. So this is going to be 2 perimeters, no top, no bottom. We're going to start off with 0.3, but then we're going to switch to 0.2. Addition, 5 millimeters is enough. Infill is going to be gyroid. I think we decided on 12%, or was it 8%? That looks fine. Okay. I could try doing the whole thing at 0.3, but I don't think it's going to work. 1 hour to print that. Okay. Tools, variable, 0.6. Add. And then this will go down to 0.2. It only adds 19 minutes, and that's a lot cleaner. Okay. And that is for a panel. Remove, delete, delete. Okay. Let's do the bottom. I have a feeling that 222 is going to be fine. Although I might do 3 top, 2 bottom, 2 perimeter. Infill, grid. Let's do 12%. Print. 8 hours, 42 minutes, 271 grams. Okay. I should probably do my little cheat. Looks like we already have the cheat here. Yeah, the first perimeter is going to print like that. Now the inside is going to print first, and the inside is complete. Except for this. Which for such a big circle should be okay. Okay. Now I guess the real question is that enough infill? Maybe it's too much infill. This would print a lot better if I printed this upside down. Yeah, we're going to print this upside down. No, I can't print it upside down because that overhang is not going to print cleanly if I print it upside down. So I think I need one more top layer. No. I think if I do 4 top layers, I'll be okay. Let's lower the infill to 10%. Can I go to 8%? Infill, 8%. Yeah, I think that's okay. I think that'll work. And 250 grams is good. Okay. Bottom. I should be able to use the same settings for the top. Yeah, that's normal. That's a through and through for the top. And that angle on the inside there is very shallow. So that should be fine. 235 grams. Yeah, that should be fine. Top. Okay. And then I also need to print. Actually, I already have that set up. My 3D. Mini lamppost. Base. Base, tube, and tube V2. G-code. Oh no, I can't use that G-code. But I can use the factory file. I think it's this one. Discard. Nope, that's the wrong one. Must be this one. Discard. There it is. That's the right one. Now we need to change this to 0.8. Okay. Ungroup. Let's make sure it changed both. Yes, 0.8. And this should be a 1 since we're doing vase mode. Wait a minute, what printer is this using? Longer, good. Okay. Speeds. This should be 9 max. Temperature 240. Okay. Ooh, see, that's a glitch. Why to do that? That is so annoying. It should not do that. Sequential. It's still doing that bullshit. Control. I need to copy it. I do have 2. It shouldn't be doing that. Select model. That's the first one. Select model. That's the second one. That specifically should prevent it from doing that. Careful, baby. That should not be doing that. That command specifically prevents that. It should be doing a completely separate model and printing on top of the first one. God damn it. Why is it doing that? It's why is it doing that? Four 4.8. This should get rid of it, but I shouldn't have to do this. It's still doing it. What the fuck? Why is it doing? Does the model itself have a gap? No. And I'm even using the same layer height. Oh, I know something I could try. No, it doesn't. Not easily. That's one of the reasons why I'm going to use Simplify 3D until I can't, because I use that function a lot. I mix vase mode and regular mode a lot, but sometimes you get little weird idiosyncrasies like that. But what I did should have solved that. There it goes. Nope, it's still got a full air gap. Oh my god, why is it doing that? It's doing it separate now, at least. But why does it insist why is it being a pest? There we go. I shouldn't have had to do that, but that worked. Now it's printing on top where it's supposed to be. Okay. Man, what a pest that was. Okay. Alright. Base, bottom, knobs, panel, struts, top. Everything's ready to go. So once I'm done printing my current print, I'll start printing this. Okay. Well, I think that's it for today. I'm going to, I gotta go to the pantry thing at 2 o'clock. Well, 2:30. I want to get veggies. Let me fix the audio. Did anybody get past 150? Oh, yeah. Somebody got to 225. My guess is after a certain amount of time, if you continue to participate, it'll continue to give you more points. That'd be my guess. That continued participation after a certain amount of time gets you more points. Yeah. The cats love sleeping together. They're such good boys. Yes, they are. They're such good boys. But yeah, I think it's going to be interesting to take advantage of this flexible nature of the gyroid infill. That's just interesting. So I'm going to play with that. I should have a roll of transparent. So I'm going to print these panels in transparent. And I don't know what I'm going to print the rest of it in. I got other colors. I got blue here, and might be interesting to print the whole thing in transparent, but nah. I'll probably use, if I have yellow, I'll probably use yellow, because I'm already using yellow for a lot of other things on the property. I don't know if I have yellow. We'll see. The jig is up for the $100 credit. It has not offered it to me again, so it looks like they're not doing the $100 cash back anymore on Temu. So that really sucks. There was like 5 or 6 more things I wanted to get. I wanted to get more of those printer racks. I wanted to get the sink and the medicine cabinet. So now I can't do any of that. But I did. There's a couple things I got. I got a new cat water bowl that holds 3 gallons. I also have a source for getting replacement pump and replacement filters. So that it's all stainless steel, so it'll last forever essentially. I also got an automatic cat feeder. They had smart ones, but I like the design of the not smart one better, so I got the not smart one. It plugs into power, and it has batteries for backup, so if the power goes out, it'll keep working. And basically you can program it to feed up to 4 times a day. So this way, when I go away, I can, instead of the cats getting all their food at once and then running out of food, it'll divvy the food out to them over the days that I'm gone. Yeah, I imagine it's going to be different from country to country. But still, 70%, can't beat that. That is the same deal I got. 70% is about what I was getting. What's up 100 versus 140? That sounds like about 70%. No, that's I'm sorry, that's over 100%. Never mind. Um, but this one also has 2 bowls on different sides of the machine, so to feed the cats separately. So hopefully Ender won't, get all of his food right away. And plus, when I go away, I could probably set it to feed them 4 times a day instead of 2 times a day, but feed them half the amount of food. This way, Noel will have 4 opportunities to go eat while Ender's eating out of the other bowl. That should allow him to get more food while I'm gone. And look at them. The way they just curl up together, they're so cute. Yeah. Yeah. They're such good boys. So I got that. I got $46 in credit left. I'd really like to get the shop vac, but I ain't got enough. It's like $85. I don't have that kind of money. Even with the $46 or $43 credit, I don't have the other $45. I might hold off and see if I get a couple more $5, delivered late bonuses, and see if that helps. Because I'd really like to get the DeWalt powered shop vac. I'd really like to get that. And yeah, but that's it. I got the cat feeder. I got the cat watering bowl. This way that'll be taken care of now. And that's it. But so far they have not. Let me check again. But so far they have not given me the credit again. You are a premium user. Oh shit. There's the credits. Damn it. And I ain't got the money now. You bastard. Oh, that sucks. Now it pops up. And I ain't got the money to take advantage of it. Damn it. What are you gonna do? I'm about $70 short of being able to take advantage of it again. Oh well, shit happens. Maybe they'll still be there in a couple days. Damn. Because I want to get it. I want to get the shop vac. I want to get the tablet for Michelle. I want to get the cabinet and sink for the bathroom. So I would need that offer 4 more times to be able to do that. When I thought they weren't going to give me the credit again, I started spending the $100 credit. I spent about half of it, which turns out to be a mistake. What are you gonna do? Hopefully it'll still be there on Friday. I hope I get my Patreon on Friday, and hopefully I can take advantage of it again. But that's it. All right, I'm gonna get these. I'm gonna continue printing the parts for the enclosure for the mini split. I'd like to get that taken care of. That's the only heating, cooling source I have for the house, so I really need to take care of that thing. And then I'm gonna start printing this new round lantern. I need to see if I can get some more of that filament, because I'd like to do something with that lantern. But I'm out of that color, and I can't get any more of it. But that's it. Let's see what the points ended up being. Looks like 3D RCNC got 225. Photo Minima got 150. Michelle got 125. Joe Galaska got 100. Hey Joe, I didn't notice you there. And everybody else got 75 and 50 and 25. Yeah, that's it. I'll see you guys next week. This lantern, I wanna print the one bottom and the stake first, and make sure the parts fit right before I post the files online. And once I get enough of the parts done for the enclosure to confirm that they work properly, I'll post those online too. They'll all be available for free on printables. Usually about I try. Sometimes I fail, but I try to start 10 a.m. Mountain Time, which is noon Eastern Time. But that's what I try to do. If I start too early, I miss DeWitt, and if I start too late, I miss the people who come in early. So 10 seems to be right about that good time where I catch both time zones of the different people who show up. And so it should be 10 Eastern, 12 Eastern Time. And, I think that's it. If you guys know of a filament company who does sponsorships like Polymaker does, I'm looking for a filament sponsor who has a decent variety of transparent PETG colors. It needs to be transparent PETGs. I can't use PLAs and I can't use opaque. I don't want to use opaque PETGs. But I want to actually do that wall out back, that wind wall, to stop the wind from blowing through my carport in the back here. And I think that would be the easiest project to do because it would only require 200 kilograms of filament. It's a little less than that. It's about 180 kilograms, I think. Yeah, it's about 10 foot tall and about 18 foot wide, and it's 1 kilogram per block. So that's, although I haven't tried to print one of my blocks with a 0.8 millimeter nozzle. That'll reduce the filament requirement by 20%, which is a lot. I could also print the bottom opaque and then do transparent for the top. I could also mix in opaque blocks throughout. Because I'd like to try to print that wall. I think it would look cool. It also got me thinking, could I do something like this to print that wall too? Use things like this to, it would have to be done a little differently. Like, I think the way I would have to do it is I would have to put a, but the thing is, if you're going to let wind through like this, then you can, for $20, you could just buy a sunshade and a fabric cloth sunshade and put that up. That'd be kind of pointless. So if you're not going to do a proper wall, it kind of doesn't make sense to do it with 3D printing. I don't know. I gotta figure it out. I gotta work on it. I gotta see if there's ways I can make it lighter to use less plastic. Like maybe instead of making it 6 inches wide, make it 3 inches wide. Would that be sturdy enough? I don't know. It might also be equitable to make a shed where only one wall is 3D printed, or only a part of the wall is 3D printed. This way you can have the light come through to let light in. I don't know, but I kind of have that urge. I want to do the whole thing 3D printed just because I can. That kind of thing. And the problem is, if you start making the walls thinner and weaker, well, now you're down in the $400 shed class, with the tin sheds that you can buy. And now, again, it doesn't make sense to 3D print. So if you're not making a thing as big and as durable as a proper wooden shed, which is like $5,000 or $6,000, in which case the 3D printing makes sense. If you're making it thin and weak, like the tin sheds, well, now you're at the point where you might as well buy the tin shed. I gotta work on that. I gotta see what I want to do on that. Oh yes, did you make sure you guys watch that? Nate on the internet, he just posted video 4 of his Lego castle. I love that. Except he really screwed up in one aspect of it. He really should have made it 30x. But I know why he can't. He can't because the space in his garage won't allow it to be 30x. 20x is what fits in his garage. But man, if he could have made it 30x, he'd be able to stand up inside of it. But yeah, he's making a Lego castle kit. It's like a little one of those smaller Lego kits that you can buy, and he scaled it up 20 times, and he's printing all the Lego bricks because they're not Legos. And he came up with an ingenious way of making the pegs just all thread in, so they're all the same, and the bricks one time interlock. You know, once they lock in, they can't be taken apart. Ingenious, absolutely ingenious, and he's perfecting it as he makes each block, and he just assembles it all. It's epic. It's really freaking cool. You really see it starting to come together in video 4 today. So if you want to watch a big mega print project come together, yeah, watch that. And keep in mind, remember how much it's going to cost if you want to try to build one of those. Thousands of dollars. Thousands. Because it takes a ridiculous amount of plastic to do that. But yeah, great video. There was another one I watched that was good. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Let's get you out of full screen since you're being a nudge. Let's see. Here. History. Let's see what else. Another guy who's pretty good. His name is Jet L. He's been making some pretty simple, you know, prints out stuff and then shows it off kind of thing. And so far, they've been pretty cool stuff. He's been finding some pretty neat things. So I've been watching him. That is him right here. I want to print that Louis Vuitton chocolate bar really badly. And I also want to print that soda bottle cap thing. That's pretty cool. And that water art thing is really slick looking. I'm wondering how big can I print that? I thought there was another video. Oh yeah, this one here. I need to get myself some of these. Some of this.
Hey guys, and welcome to Functional Print Friday, and welcome back to my shop.
There's another guy I watch, but they have foaming TPU. Yeah, I need to get some of that. I want some foaming TPU because there are things where TPU is just 10 times stronger than it needs to be, and if I can reduce the amount of TPU I need to use by half, and still have even, I don't know, 2/10 the strength, 1/4 of the strength, that's still twice as strong as it needs to be. Because TPU is just so stinking strong. And, but yeah, I need some of that foaming TPU badly. It's like, I want some of that really badly. I just want it not in black. But, yeah, I definitely want to try to get myself some of that. That's it. 2 o'clock. Next week we can stay on later, but on every other Wednesday I need to get over there and get those veggies and fruits. I'm hoping they have more grapes. Oh man, 2 weeks ago they had grapes. They were so good. I gorged myself on grapes. That's it. I will see you guys later. You guys have a great week. I'm going to get the parts printed for the... I do think this is strong enough, so I don't think I need to make this thicker. I mean, just the flexibility I think is strong enough, so I'm just going to go for it and just print this. Although I do need to change that. You can see that's not sitting properly. I know how to fix that. It's an easy one to fix. I just need to put a little cutout at the corners as a strain relief when it prints. So that'll be easy enough to fix. And I just hope. I hope I don't have to do that to the tube too. I'm gonna have to check the tube and see if the tube needs that fix as well. I don't want to print 300 grams if I don't have to. Yeah, I love grapes. Grapes are evil. And the nectarines. Oh god, the nectarines were good too. But that's it. Now I got to try to save up money again because I spent half of the $100 in credit. Now that they're still doing the credit thing, I want to do it again. Obviously, it's $100 free every time I do it. So I gotta figure out how to save up that money, and hopefully they keep doing it. Hopefully they keep doing it for another month or so. That'd be nice. I know the tariff thing is only a 90-day respite, so I'm hoping they have the funds to keep doing it for that 90-day respite. We'll see. There's no way of knowing how long they're going to do it, but I'm hoping to take advantage of it a little longer. And because there are a few things I could really use that I'd like to get. They also have windows. I found the style of windows that I use in my house here. These are the windows that mobile homes use. They have two halves. It's two separate windows. One screws into the outside, one screws into the inside, and that creates the two windows. I found them on Temu. And they have a 14-inch one, so it'll fit between my studs. It'll fit between the studs, so all I have to do is cut a hole out, put two beams across, and I can add a window anywhere I want in the house. They're like $80 a piece. Because I'd really like to have a window in the bathroom here on this side, so I can see outside. And I'd also like to put a couple of windows in the hallway. You know, so when you're in that hallway, you can that natural light come in, and also so you can look out. There's a few places I'd like to add some windows, and but yeah, that only works if they keep doing this because I got no money. But all right, I will see you guys later. Don't forget, you can send me Zelle and PayPal. Links are down below, and also if you want to support me monthly, you can join my Patreon. So I will see you guys later. I'll see you next week.